Hey everybody, welcome back to Super Thomas Bros. We're playing Obduction.
That we are.
And we said we are gonna go in the jungle world next, and we will right now.
Yep. So during the break, we took a few minutes to refresh ourselves on the numbering system, and we figured it out.
Yeah.
It's actually not as bad as I was kind of thinking. It's I mean, you would expect it to be very understandable.
Oh.
You know, it's a math numbering system. It better be once you kind of figure it out, and we got it. So there won't be any hang-ups when it comes up to like the weird mathy parts, because we figured out what we're gonna do. Oh yeah, this part.
Yeah. So here's the door, by the way, and so we were up there a couple episodes ago when you could see that panel there. That's where we were messing with the...
Yeah, this is where we open the door.
Oh.
Don't panic. This is the best way to keep everyone safe. Just stay on this path and cross the first bridge. Then keep going until you get to that sign-in area. You'll get more information after you sign in.
Alright.
Don't panic.
Don't panic. This is...
Yeah.
Don't panic.
Yeah, so every time you walk through that doorway, that message plays, and so, you hear a voice just, don't panic. It's like...
Don't panic. Scare the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, no, sorry, go back down. So she said to go across the bridge to the sign-in area, but the bridge is out.
Yeah, there's
and you
no
can
bridge.
see on the other side there's a panel that looks like the panel, well, the back side of it, that we use to trigger the door. So that's kind of a small hint right here that shows, oh, these bridges can be turned on and off.
Yeah.
But it also means we can't go to where the sign-in area is. We have to find our own way around.
Yep. So now we go here, and then immediately, we can't go there. But actually, this is pretty easy. You just take this seed pod, and let's work.
We're going back to Westworld. Dun 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 dun. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. Ba 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 ba. It's time to stop. Please calm down.
The game is like, I'm not going to go until you stop singing the song.
Yeah, right.
And then it's like, okay, stop.
Yeah.
All right, so now look where we are. If you remember, and I've been here before, there's where the jungle world warp was. But over here, there used to be this bridge that takes you over there to this kind of seemingly useless area. And it is kind of useless, but it's the bridge that's important. And so if we go back to jungle world in this seed pod, then that bridge should be there now in jungle world.
A lot of these swap puzzles rely on you being able to remember that sometimes, like, let's say you swap like this right here, right?
Uh-huh.
We moved a chunk of Westworld into Jungle World, but the chunk that got moved back to Westworld also has a seed on it. So both chunks both have seeds on them.
Yeah.
But sometimes they don't.
And like the one that I warped because we'll come here, and then this is where the seed pod was. This is where this new bridge is.
Uh-huh.
It doesn't have a seed pod here. So that chunk had a seed pod in only one of the locations.
Yeah.
But some have them on both the swapped, if that makes sense. Like,
yes. So you have to try to remember, can I use it's essentially like a one-way street versus a two-way street. Like some swap points have seeds on both ends, so you can go back and forth all you want, like from any time. Like even if you leave and come back, you'll never have a problem. But sometimes if you swap, then like leave and come back through the other way through another swap or through the tree or whatever, you won't be able to go back because there was only one seed.
Yeah.
That's really hard to explain.
I think that little puzzle there, that kind of is supposed to teach the player that in a way. Like, it kind of forces you to recognize that. So, this right here is a blue beam, and there's the red beam being generated over there. And if you remember from the Hunrath and the Blue World, when you destroy those red beams, you're allowed to walk through the walls or the boundaries, and you kind of warp to the other side. So with this weird controller thing, I could hit that, and then
Nice.
yeah, there we go.
Woo!
And
Oh, that's bright.
Yeah. Blast.
Blast.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
This be unexpected. Good. But happy. Good. Very good time to be come here now. I am not know who you are, but I could use help. Watch. I am trapped. Not can move. These beasts, called villains, they are much danger. Just look around. They live below water. And they are storing us for food. You will see as you go. Come. I cannot be here. Find a way to me. And I can figure this out.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
I'm gonna call Kangaroo Court on that one.
Yeah, I'm calling Kangaroo Court on this whole situation.
Yeah, because number one, he kind of didn't make any sense at all. He can't make not sense in ways of talk.
Yeah, if you remember him from now I'm trying to talk. Yeah, the holograms. He talked fine.
Yeah, he was fine. But yeah, and then plus he was like flickering red, so that kind of is a, something's fucked up. Like he's Mofang, like it's like a Mofang. Something's going on with the Mofang.
Yeah.
And so there's some bad blood, I think.
Yeah, there's if that's the case, then what it would imply or infer or whatever is that if indeed it is a Mofang somehow impersonating Yosef, he claimed that the villains or Villeins are evil.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of wonder, is that true?
Yeah.
What's up between the Mofang and the Villeins? What's going on? So that's a big question.
Yeah. So we are now that we destroyed the red laser, now we've just warped there, and now we could walk over here. There was that path that I took, and the bridge was kind of out in the middle, and you could actually see that's where I was over there, and the bridge doesn't go all the way over there. So this
is where the number shit comes in play.
So if you remember that panel that had the door on it before, it just had like 5 dots on it. It was kind of just like this square here, and these outer dots weren't there. It was like just 5 of them, and so
like 5 on a dot.
Yeah,
that's the way I put it.
Yeah, so one of the configurations is just nothing, kind of like that, and one of the configurations could be like this. That represents 1, and if we were to... Wait, am I doing it on the right one? Yeah. That's 1. This is 2. And then you can see that one's changing over there. And then I'm going to do 3. And then 3.
You can see now that there's gray stuff on it. So now that platform over there that wasn't there is now walkable.
Yeah. So when you do 3, you can't really do 4 unless you introduce these up here and you consider this to be 5 because this is 5 here, like that.
So it's kind of like this number panel has 5 sections, and each section looks like a 5 pattern on a die. It's an X, right?
So here's like 1 here.
Here's that's the first section. That's the second section. That's the third.
Here's
that's the fourth.
And then here's the 5th.
Now,
and so when I put 3 on here, it made the first part of this bridge, which is in 5 parts, walkable. So
here, hit the button right now, or like clear it like to 0, just so they could see the bridge part go away.
So it's disappeared now.
It's gone completely, right?
Yeah. So basically, like if you had like 5 digits and each digit represented a base 4 number, then all of these are 0 except for the first number, which is 3. And so I do it, and then there's a part of the bridge that's completed.
So what you need to do is essentially have 3 for all of the sections, because each section of the number, a digit in the entire number, represents one section of the bridge.
And so all those digits need to be 3. So, for example, here's the first digit, which is 3. Here's the second digit, which I just made 3. And if I press the button, you can see another part of the bridge is complete. If I do this, and then made this 3 because I connected those, and I press it, then that's another section, and so on. So make this 3 on this part here, then that's another part that's completed. And then finally, when I make this part of it 3, oops, and I needed that to be connected, make that 3 there, then the bridge is complete, because all 5 of those digits now represent 3.
And that is essentially the largest number that you can enter on this panel.
Yeah.
Because once you connect any more lines, it becomes invalid. And it'll try to autocorrect to something, but no matter what it autocorrects to, it'll never be a larger value. So that value in our number system is 1023. If you wanted 1024, you don't have enough room on this panel. You would need extra dots and shit all around it.
Yeah.
So on this panel, with that many dots, this is the largest number that you can actually put on it, which is why it essentially fills the bridge out, kind of.
Yeah. And so... And it turns out that to complete any bridge, which all the bridges pretty much have 5 sections, you could just put this number in and it'll work. Now, we kind of, when we were first playing this game, we didn't understand the number system, so we didn't really get it, but we kind of were trying base 4 numbers and then like using that calculator in the garage and stuff, and then just kind of found out through like somewhat brute force that 1023, the conversion of that into this number system worked.
But we didn't know why.
Yeah, we didn't really know why, and we didn't really question it.
Yeah, it's like, as long as like it works, and essentially we kind of just drew the pattern on a piece of paper and then just entered that pattern everywhere.
Yeah.
And then that kind of did it.
Alright, so now we're over here, and now there's these 2 seed pods, and we were talking about how like there's certain like areas like where this would represent in Westworld or whatever, for example, there might not be a seed pod here to warp me back. But let's press this. So now it gets kind of weird because now you have like seed pod sections within bigger seed pod sections, and then there's a point where that gets pretty confusing. It's not right here though.
This is just the introduction to a larger puzzle.
So
this is kind of, we're hitting the point now where the game starts to really ramp up in like mind fuckery.
Yeah. So now we're in Westworld, and this is an area that we were here before.
Yeah.
This is the junkyard. There's that ramp, and then there's that crane thing right here. So this is all here, which means that what was here before, which was just kind of an empty space, is now in Jungle World. But I could take this smaller section, and then I could still be in Jungle World, but I should be able to have a more clear shot of where to go next.
Yeah, you're no longer encapsulated in this stone sphere or metal sphere, right? Like, because in Westworld, that was just open air.
So if I go back here, now suddenly what was here before is now here. What used to be a big, just spherical structure and there being a wall now is open, so now I can continue through here. And you can also tell this is an elevator just kind of by looking at it, because there's a like what looks like a call button here, and then this platform that's got 2 buttons up and down.
Yeah.
And then that's
Wow.
the fucking sounds of the elevators have been drilled into my head because there's a puzzle coming up, and you'll see. So let's go over here and explore. And there's really, I mean, I don't think there's much over here.
Just kind of a view.
Yeah, maybe it gets you like a view of like this whole area here, but kind of jump in. That looks like a bridge right there.
Yep, but no panel.
Yeah, there's no panel, but look what's here. Here is what looks like part of Westworld, and when I warp back, then what would be here is part of what was originally here, and there would probably be a panel that I can use to
Here,
and actually what that is over there, I think that was what was shooting the laser up.
Yeah, that was the red laser.
Yeah, so I was actually up there in that pod. That was where the fake Yosef guy or whatever was talking to me, or what looked like a...
And you could see right above it, there's a blue laser gun. It's kind of hard to see, but it...
shot up there, it zapped that, and then turned the red laser off.
Now, before you walk in that ball, that button right there... Oh, go back.
This?
Remember that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
so go ahead and hit that. So this whole inner section fucking rotates 180 degrees.
Yeah.
So just keep that in mind, because that's a big part of this puzzle.
And I actually didn't know that at first when I was doing this weird puzzle and everything.
Adam Conover did the same thing in his stream. He was playing it and he was swapping back and forth, and he's like, I'm missing something. I'm stuck. And then he's just kind of looking around, fucking around. Then he hits that, and the whole thing spins, and he's like, oh my fucking God. Are you kidding me? Of course.
So my plan, what I'm going to try to do right now is I'm going to warp to Westworld. This piece is going to be back in its place. And let's see where we end up at. Where we end up is this kind of underground, unfamiliar place of Westworld.
Yeah, this is a new Westworld area that we've never been to yet.
Yeah. And,
lots of fucking pods.
Yeah, so let's... Here, I'm gonna... Yeah, there's a lot here. I'm gonna take this back just so that I can see what should be over there, like in the jungle world. The panel should be there in place.
Because there was a panel. Well, you'll see.
Yeah. So now this is here.
That seed zone right there has a panel.
Yeah. And so, if I put in that number again, 33333, it sounds like I'm calling an intergalactic DUI ambulance
firm.
chaser. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't wait, call 8, Steven.
Yeah. Don't mofang, call 33333.
Don't know if it...
Oops. Oh, fuck.
God, Steven. You goofed it.
I fucking hecked it.
Whoa, okay.
I'm sorry about the potty mouth.
Yeah, don't use the H word in this fucking house.
Gosh, heck, fuck, tits.
Whoa,
Yes.
whoa. I need you to calm down.
Hey, look at that.
Woohoo.
Well, I could go over here, but,
It's kinda...
it's kind of useless, but I think it kind of...
It demonstrates what the puzzle is gonna be.
Yeah, and actually what I can do is... Because since I could rotate this...
Oh, yeah.
Well, that bridge is kind of just there now that I've kind of built it.
Uh-huh.
But if I do the same thing over here...
Now we have a panel on this side.
Yeah.
And that was what was fucking up Adam, is that he's like, I don't know how to build this bridge. How can I get...
that panel...
Like, no amount of swapping will get that seed section with this panel over to the other side. And it turns out you just rotate the fucking thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I kind of... Same thing... Oh, no.
Yeah,
no.
whoa.
Alright, so... Hey, look at I'm over here now.
So that's... You're done, kind of, with the first...
Kinda. There's
sorta.
a bit of...
Yeah.
Actually, what I could do, because...
Well, before we go any further, we are going to have to save it for the next time.
Okay.
Before we get to... Because we're going to get far into this puzzle very quick, and before we do that, it's time to go to bed.
Yeah, it's gonna be the last episode of the session, so we're gonna call it here. And, and then, come back to this.
Yep.
And continue this puzzle.
Yep, for sure. Hope you guys are enjoying it. Hope you're not too thrown off by like the number stuff, but we got it covered, so you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, but actually, I think that, like, at that point, just understanding how the bridge is made, that's kind of all you need to know, really, about the number system. Like, there's not... Like, that... The number system in itself was a puzzle just to get these bridges built. So next time we'll continue with the puzzle, and yeah.
Yep. Well, thank you everybody for watching, and we will see you next time on Obduction.
All right. See you later, everybody.
Good stuff. Good stuff, brosef.